Well, hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to GTT Connect for this month. This is our monthly broadcast where we chat with the folks from GTT and try to find out what's happening across there, what's going on with GTT, their expansion and their rollout, and their various programs and initiatives across the country. I'm Gordon Mosley, and I'll be here with you for the next few minutes, and I'll be joined with some folks from GTT and related to GTT, and we'll be talking about a few things this morning. We're going to be talking about STEM Guyana and how GTT continues to work with STEM Guyana. They're talking about learning pods this morning. And then we'll also be talking about MMG. And so right away, I want to bring on Karen Abrams to the conversation so we can begin the conversation with STEM Guyana and the collaboration with GTT and STEM Guyana. Hey, good morning, Karen. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. Doing well.
It's good to have you here once again. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
So before we get into talking about the learning pods, I want you to take us back to the relationship between GTT and STEM Guyana.
Yes, so our relationship actually goes back at least 4 years, 4 of our 5 years. GTT has definitely been a leader in the country in identifying the innovation potential and the investment potential in Guyana's children. And through the learning pods, through the STEM Guyana programs, they've supported us consistently every single year. They've supported us financially. They've supported us in kind, in terms of access to their network and their network services. Um, you know, they've been a critical supporter, and I want to say they may very well be our lead financial sponsor over the last 5 years.
That's a really good thing to hear. So you've been working with them on this project, the learning pods, and we know you've been working with them with some other projects too. So let's begin with the learning pods. Exactly when we talk about learning pods, I think of a classroom and stations set up for our children to learn, perhaps. So tell us about learning pods and the role those learning pods can play.
So the learning pods were developed because we identified that there were a large number of children, thousands of them across Guyana, who just didn't have access to internet technology. They didn't have access to computers over the course of the last 2 years, and they really suffered academically because of the pandemic. Now, this, of course, is not something unique to Guyana. This is happening all over the world. And so we spoke with Tello and some of our sponsors, and we decided we created a program that included access to facilities, and those facilities are extended to us through their government facilities. And we use some churches as well. We use some community buildings, but most of those facilities are government facilities. So we look for facilities in communities where there are vulnerable children, facilities that have access to the internet. And from our side, we designed a program that allowed us to review Ministry of Education's curriculum and develop specific lesson plans for every single topic in math, English, and science from grades 1 all the way through grades 10. And they're not just regular lesson plans. They're lesson plans that the kids could actually learn on their own because there's a lot of video included in there. But not only that, it's integrated with technology. So after they learn a particular subject, say in science, there's a little technology project that says, use this coding program that we've taught you, Scratch, to create, to demonstrate what you've learned. And so for every single topic that the children learn, that topic is integrated with technology. But not only that, we make sure that they have a snack, we make sure the classes are small, we make sure the environment is safe, we make sure that, we have tons of volunteers who are trying to make it work. And so part of this program is the Grapho game app, which is, we identified a huge problem with literacy. And so we worked with a Finnish company to bring a game. It's a literacy game. It teaches phonics, and it's implemented in all of our learning pods. We have 30 so far, and we're going to 40. And so the launch of this whole game, the funding, the 0 rating for the downloads, the promotional piece of it, all of that was sponsored by GT&T.
And that's such a good thing. And I was coming to the game because we know with many children, children learn differently. And as you said, you noticed there was that literacy problem, and so decided to focus on this. And so the game was developed, and we can talk about shows like Coco Melon and some of those that children are drawn to. So are you
Yeah.
using that same concept, putting over those lessons in a way that will make it easier for them to catch on to it, so they repeat what they hear and eventually they learn from that?
Yeah, absolutely. So this project right now, the extension is going to be a 10-month program now from a 3-month program, and 3 days a week. And this piece is sponsored by the IDB, and so their focus. We had a lot of discussions around literacy, and they have included a budget piece there for the literacy, for improving literacy for children. And so we not only have this graphical game piece, but each one of those pods will have a small library. We focus intently on our English lesson plans. And so the goal with the graphical game is to provide sort of a one-on-one. It does the function of providing like a one-on-one tutoring, but it's through a game, and it actually takes kids from various levels, and it's actually quite helpful. And we envision that after they complete the game, they'll be able to sound their way through basic passages and begin to learn to read. And so the thing I want to reiterate here, Gordon, is we have a huge literacy problem among K-12 students, but we also have a huge literacy problem in the larger adult population. And so we also want to extend this game to them. And this is something you can download for free if you have a GT&T phone service. Download for free, and you can play it in the privacy of your home. No one has to know that you are playing with it and learning from it.
And that's a good thing you brought up there, Karen, because I remembered a couple of years ago, I was visiting a program in Linden, and there was a pastor who was in charge of that program, and he was explaining that they started a reading program to encourage small children in the community to begin reading. And he said one of the surprising things during the program was that a lot of adults came to ask, how can we be a part of this? Can you have a separate class for us?
Right.
Because it's something people are embarrassed about too.
Yeah.
So with this app,
Yeah.
persons who may have issues with reading and writing, as you rightly said, they know to use the phone good.
Yeah.
So they can, do so comfortably and
Yes.
in the quietness of their home and away from public stare and probably ridicule in some instances. So as you're saying, once you have a GTT phone, you
Right.
can download this app, and it's absolutely free. Once you
Right.
download that, Karen, what about the updates? Because I would imagine you will do updates from time to time. Will those updates be added automatically? How are they added?
They won't be added automatically, but they'll be added. The trend now is for them to be added maybe twice a year. So we'll just make them available via the same site where they uploaded the app from. But I think one thing I want to stress, Gordon, is that we are in this 21st century environment now, and we are, as a country, trying to develop several of our industries, including oil and gas, but not only oil and gas. I mean, the technology knowledge will be required in agriculture, in mining, in the oil and gas industry, in education, in entertainment. I mean, the stuff you do has a huge technology component to it. And so one of the things that I repeat over and over and every chance I get is we can't really do technology well. I mean, behind the screens, not just using the technology, but creating the technology. We can't do technology well if we don't understand math and science, right? And we can't really do math and science well if we can't read. So everything comes back to everything in STEM, in technology, in the creation of technology, which is the business I'm in, requires a real strong base in literacy. And so we deal with a lot of vulnerable parents. And what I say to them quite often is, if nothing else, take your kids to the library. If you go online with your phone, give them access to something to read, or learn to read. That's the greatest gift you can give to your children. And as a STEM person, I'm saying literacy is the greatest gift. And so we appreciate what GT&T is doing. It's very clear that they have their eyes set on innovation and on technology, and they've gone all the way back. They really get us. When we pitch to GT&T, they get it. We don't. It doesn't have to be some long drawn out explanation. They understand the technology, they understand the benefits, they understand the investment in our young people, and the rewards that we will reap on the other side. So I want to say thanks again to GT&T for this.
And remind us again how you can download the app.
So the app, if you're on Android, the easiest way to use the app is on Android right now. You go to stemguyana.com/graphogame. That's GRAPHOGAME. And you will see a link for Android there. There's also a link for iOS. But for the iOS device, your device must be registered in Guyana. So it seems as if most of those iOS devices in Guyana are registered in the United States in the App Store. We have to, if you want to download it for free, you'll have to be registered in Guyana, which will require Guyanese payment process. So essentially, stemguyana.com/graphogame.
Okay, so this time now we want to add Diana Gittins to the live stream. She's across from GTT. I think we just missed another representative. Hopefully, she joins us back as we continue on with the broadcast. Hey, Diana, how are you doing today?
Hi, Gordon. I am fine. How are you? Hi, Miss Karen. How are you?
Yeah, I'm going pretty good. Now we want to talk about MMG and so the work you've been doing with MMG and stuff like that. I know I have MMG and I've been using it to pay all of my bills, so that's a good thing. I've never been so updated with my bills in my life. Thanks. You just forget one or two bills and you just put 20 back burner, right? You start
So,
doing
Gordon,
math for the sake.
you were disconnected quite a number of times, huh?
No, strange enough, no. I always get there in the nick of time, the day before, the day of. But with these apps, with the MMG app, it makes everything so easier because you not only pay a GTT bill, you can pay if you have a garbage truck coming in your area, you can pay that. If you got a landlord, you can pay that. If the landlord is signed up, of course. And you can also pay courts and singer and all of these different things, insurance companies. Everybody's now using this MMG app. So sort of remind us of how easy it is to sign up for MMG and how easy it is also to use MMG.
So, Gordon, of course, I would always say easy as one, two, three. For signing up for MMG, all you need, you can register via the app if you download the MMG app. Before having access, we'll ask you to register. So you can register via the app, you can register online. And if you have any sort of challenges doing that, you can visit a GTT store. But of course, we don't want you to go to the GTT store and have to join a line. Our preference is that you register either online or via the app. So the application form includes your name, your address, and these kinds of information. But keep in mind that you do need to upload identification. You need your proof of address, you need your TIN number, you need your ID card, a picture ID that you need to upload to the system. And I know, you just need to take a photo using your phone. You can use your phone to do all of this. It is handy, it is easy, and in a few steps, you'll be able to submit an application, and one of our customer service reps will review that application, ensuring that you have submitted all that is needed and in that it is approved. So within 24 to 48 hours, and I can tell you that it's much shorter because we're always checking and ensuring that we go through our registrations for the day so that we can approve your registration.
And some older folks, I'm very happy, Dan, that you've sort of broken it down in terms of how easy it is to sign up. Because I know older folks who would say, I'm not too tech savvy, so using this app to pay bills. Then when they start using it, they get pretty excited. Let me bring in D'Angeli here with us right now. Talk a bit more about MMG and how it can benefit persons. Now, if there's a company out there, D'Angeli, and they want to sign up to be part of this, to have bills paid through them, How easy is that? How could they sign up to do that?
I'm going to save D'Angeli Gordon. I
Oh,
can
you
see
were
D'Angeli's face.
you you
I
you
can
went
see
off
D'Angeli's face. Like, why
a
is
bit.
Diana answering this question? So, so Gordon, it's once again we always one of the things that we always say is MMG is the easy way to pay, and especially let's just start with our GTT bills. We do not like to have you in the long lines. We want you to be able to be in the comfort of your home, and if not the comfort of your home, the comfort of your neighborhood. So imagine this: you're at home, you need to pay your bill. You can actually pay your bill if you've registered as a subscriber, or you can that's via the app, or you can decide to visit one of your neighborhood shops. A lot of we have 500 MMG agents across the country. So you can step out your door. You can actually, before you leave home, you can check to see where the closest MMG agent is to you. And you can walk. Chances are it's right around the corner and you'll be able to pay that bill. And our system is integrated with GTT system. So you're able to get real time. Once you process payment, it goes straight to your account. So if at 11:59 on the 17th you process that payment, it is uploaded to the system right away. It's applied to your account right away once you pay via MMG. We've got something coming soon that we'll be talking about, Garden, that will be even better for you. And we'll not talk about it this time, but the next time. um in addition, if you're at work and you'd like to, because some of us, we come out, we go to the ATM, you would want to, you don't have a GTT retail store close to you. From work, you can find an MMG agent in your area, and they have the signage. It's a little green sign that says MMG agent. You also have our curb signs that tell a little coral or orange sign that says this is an MMG agent. You can pay your bills, you can top up, and all these things here. And trust me, you pay your bills there and it is applied to your account right away also. And many of you say, but we don't get a receipt. But what you get is even better. When you get a printed receipt, it fades within a couple of days or weeks. But what we give you is an e-receipt, so you get that SMS and that email notification that you can save with your transaction ID and you can bring it to us. So whenever you go to an agent, be sure to ask that your mobile number be added or your email address be added so that you can get that notification and you can show you have that transaction ID, and that's all you need. We can track your payments in the system, so it is safe and it is secure. So, we encourage you. And if you visit the GTT retail stores and you see a long line, you don't have to wait. We have positioned agents right around those GTT stores so that you can move away from that long line and pay at an MMG agent. Isn't that exciting?
I know the good thing about this too is that I realized with someone the other day, they were saying, well, like they started a small business with it because what they do is for their neighborhood. Everybody now goes to them to pay all the bills. So they're making a small piece off of who paying the light bill, who paying the water bill, and who want to top up. They said they didn't realize they could have done it, but they're home out there doing not much. And so that's a little earning for them. So these are ways they can do that. But let's say a boutique, right? They want to have the MMG service installed using the boutique's name, and so that if someone comes to the store and want to buy something, instead of paying cash or with a card, they can just transfer money from their MMG. How easy is that to get done?
Do I need to say 1, 2, 3 again? Easy as one,
One,
two,
two,
three
three
again?
again. That easy.
So, step one, you can definitely visit our website and you can register as a merchant. So, our MMG merchants are the persons that you can pay using MMG. And guess what? We have brought first world technology to you. You can
Hmm.
either have the QR codes that you can scan, or you can go into the app and you can enter that merchant. We have special merchant numbers, they always begin with M. And once you enter that number, you enter the amount and you process that transaction. So it's 1, 2. So to get the merchant account set up, you can register online again for a merchant account. And we have what we call our business development officers for various regions and areas. We have Coachella, we have Ryan, we have Vashni. They're out and about, always looking to ensure that their businesses and the businesses are using our services because it's so convenient. So once they would have being able to go out and register for the MMG account, you can be registered in the system as on board as a merchant, and persons will be able to process payment. And we have a lot of people
Yeah.
who have these online stores who tell you that they accept payment by MMG. So you pay part before you get the product, and when it is delivered, you pay the other part.
That's good. And so we're going to bring in D'Angeli now. I know GT got a big promotion happening right now. You're making things exciting. exciting for Christmas, not Christmas, for Easter holidays. Christmas.
It's not
Not
Christmas
for
yet,
so long.
Gordon. Wait a
We keep
little bit
moving
more.
season. But I know Easter's coming up. You want to make things exciting for the Easter holidays. You're doing like some big promotions. People can win up to $150,000 in a shopping spree. So tell us a bit about that and how easy it is for persons to be a part of that.
So, Gordon, you're using MMG, right? You're paying
Yep.
your bill via MMG, right?
Yep.
You're topping up your phone via MMG, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, you can automatically enter the draw to win one of these prizes of the Easter Supermarket Sweep. Once you're doing all of that via MMG and activating also a data on your phone. So I'm currently using the data on my phone for this interview. So once you activate a data plan or you pay your bill via MMG or you top up your phone also, it can be via MMG. Keep pushing MMG for Diana. Or you can do it at our stores or our retail agent and you would enter the Easter Supermarket Sweep. As you mentioned, the first prize is 150,000. The first prize will have 60 seconds to run around the supermarket and select any items that they want to take home. The second place would have 100,000 in value and they would take 50 seconds to do the same activity. And the third prize would be 50,000 and they would have 45 seconds. So yes, that is some of the exciting activities that we have. As I mentioned, just activate the data plan, top up, pay your bill, easy peasy, as Diana mentioned, 1, 2, 3, and you can enter the Easter Supermarket Sweep. This campaign is ongoing and we will be ending on April 11th, but the supermarket sweep will be taking place at Bounty Supermarket on Regent on April 14th at 7 p.m. So I would like to invite everyone to tune in on our Facebook page on that day at 7 p.m. and you will be part of this exciting experience to go shopping with these three winners. Even though you're watching it on Facebook, we're going shopping with the three winners.
So tell me this, D'Angeli. Once I top up my phone or I use MMG, I'm automatically entered into the competition,
Yes.
right? But how do I
Yes.
know that I'm entered? Is there like a little pop up, a message is going to come saying, you've just entered the exciting Easter giveaway? What's going to happen?
No, well, once you conduct any of these transactions, we will have your information on the system. Once you pay your bill with MMG, once you activate a data plan or you can top up, once you do any of these activities within March 21st and April 11th, you will automatically enter the draw. And even if you do all three of these activities, it will be one entry per each activity. So you can have how many entries you want to have. That's why I was asking you, once you do all of those three, you have 3 entries to enter this draw and this activity to win prizes. And we will be having some pop up at our stores. This weekend, we will be at Fogarty's at 11 a.m. We will be having some giveaways for customers. And you can also have the opportunity to participate in the Easter egg hunting store, where we will giving customers the opportunity to hunt for some prizes in store and you can win some top up, some data and more prizes in store. And then the following week, the April 11th, we will be at Giftland. So you guys can approach us once we're at the stores and you can ask for your giveaways because I know everyone like giveaways. But also remember to activate, pay your bill or top up and you will get the chance to go shopping.
I like the sound of that. I know people might be saying, oh, it's just 60 seconds. But when it's free, that's 60 seconds. That 60 seconds is enough to push that cart and just grab stuff. And I would encourage
And
people.
I give you guys the hint. I told you where it's gonna be. So I think people they're gonna go around Bounty and visit all the aisle and see is which one they want to stay, which one they want to go, or which is the products that they want to uplift, and they will be prepared.
Yeah, so that's important. So they're going to be using Bounty on Regent Street. So once you enter the competition and you think you might win, you got that feeling, you can head down to Bounty on Regent Street and as Guyanese would say, suss out the place and see what's going on where, so you can know what is selling where, in which department, and you can take advantage of that. So this runs up until the 11th of April, but the actual shopping spree is going to be the following weekend, that Easter weekend, right?
Yeah, that will be Thursday, the April 14th at 7 p.m. And we will be live streaming this on our Facebook page. So I know everyone can't come to the supermarket at that hour, but I would like everyone to tune in and go shopping with whoever are these winners.
I like the sound of that. And I see some folks are, picking up MMG at Diana. So you must be pretty happy that folks are looking at MMG and taking advantage of MMG. What I see a lot of companies doing now, Diana, coming back to you quickly, I see even insurance companies are now using the MMG service. So now when you have to update your insurance or you have to pay that car insurance, you can do so via MMG. I'm going to ask you to unmute your microphone as you rejoin us.
Thank you, Gordon. Definitely, you can pay your insurance. We have Demerara Mutual, you have GTM, we have, and we also have NIS. You can also pay your NIS via MMG platform. We just have a lot of billers, and you can check on our platform to see who our billers are. We have a lot of categories. We even have, you can even pay school fees. A lot of the private schools are on the platform, but we also really want to acknowledge our partners, our major partners, for example, GPL, GWI. Nobody wants to be disconnected,
So people are
right?
ensuring
If
those
you
bills are paid.
don't have water, you don't have light. Right. GPL, if you do not have light, you cannot have internet, you cannot you can't call in, you can't chat with your friends, the phone battery will die. People, this is we offer you. Just pay them all at once. Sign into the app, pay all three at once, or right around the corner. One of those 500 and something agents, just walk into the agent location and pay all at once. We can assure you that the lines there will not, maybe one person, and sometimes no one that would be in those small shops. And we really made it convenient. So we didn't only look for like these large organizations that you have to go far. We look for these community organizations because MMG is about forming a community and ensuring that that we bring convenience to you. And so our agents help us to be connected and to be closer to you. So you are able to pay, especially your GPL, GTT, and GWI bills. We also do courts because everybody got something from courts in the house. Garden, I see you. I see you, Garden. I know you got the bed set or your chair set from courts.
One or two things. They're painful though.
Right? But if you have installments, Garden, we haven't been rich and switch like you as yet. So we have some people who would definitely have to pay installments. And so we encourage you, do not need to walk headlong to course. Just pay it all at once. And what do we see? 1, 2, 3. And it's paid for. Everything is paid for.
Okay, we have someone in our live and they're asking whether they can like top up the MMG service from overseas using a bank card. If they're out of the country and someone has access to the MMG here, can they do that?
If you have a local account, and so we're speaking of a Republic Bank GBTI account, you can transfer funds from your account to your MMG wallet.
Okay, only those two
Only those
banks.
two others. We are working on the others, and we're saying this loud and clear, guys. We'd like to get you on board. We're excited to work with them to get them on board, and so we are waiting a response from them so that we can have, persons who might have a Scotiabank account, Citizen Bank account. We also have Demerara Bank. I've missed that
Yeah.
point. So we have Demerara Bank. So you can go once you're doing online banking with those banks, you can transfer money to your wallet from those from your account. And so even if you're overseas and you have an MMG account and it's linked, you can definitely do the transfer, and persons here will be able to, and you can pay your bills from overseas. So if you, Gardner, I know 1 and 2 times you like to travel. And when you go overseas, D'Angeli too went out the other day, and I'm sure that she paid her bill from wherever she was. Once she has internet connection, her bills were paid. So she came back to light and water, and so she's a happy girl.
That's a good thing. For folks who are now joining us, I want to tell you that you can, if you've got some questions, you can go into the chat. We've got Jasmine from GDT in the chat, and she's responding to some queries and questions and concerns that folks might have. So she's doing the rapid response across there. We're going to bring back in Karen Abrams now to as we get ready to wrap up to talk a little bit more about STEM Guyana and the role STEM Guyana has been playing with GTT. We've been talking about the graphophone and the some of the other apps through STEM Guyana that GTT has been working along with you on. So remind us of, again, Karen, because that one that has the free download and is assisting our children and adults with their literacy, that's a really cool app. And so I want you to, remind us of that one, how easy it is to sign up.
It is teaches literacy and teaches phonics from the very fundamentals of the topic. And so if you have a child in kindergarten through 10th grade, because we also have some 7th, 8th, and 9th graders who are struggling with reading, And as I mentioned to Gordon earlier, we have some adults who are struggling with reading. So this really is not about what grade you're in. If you are struggling with literacy, I would recommend that you download the Grapho Game app. The download is free if you're on the GT&T network. That's part of our sponsorship agreement. And you can find that at stemguyana.com/graphogame. And there's a link there for Android. You just click on that link and download it directly onto your device. And for the iOS link, you have to be registered in the App Store in Guyana. So that's the only thing, or else it'll keep asking you for the $2.95 to purchase the app. But this app is really one of those things that helps to replicate the one-on-one teaching experience. So they're actually scaling that experience, and we recommend it. I mean, I think even for the adults, you do it in the privacy of your home, download it onto your phone, and you can work on it in free time. And for the students, all of our students across our 30 learning pods in 8 regions of Guyana right now, soon to be 40 learning pods, they all spend 15 minutes every time they come to class on the literacy app. Whether they are good at reading or not, we still have them go through that, because even if they're good, there's still some fundamentals where they have gaps. So I would recommend that for everyone. stemguyana.com/graphogame, GRAPHOGAME.
That's a really, really good initiative. So congratulations to STEM Guyana for that, and congratulations to the folks across at GTT. I want to remind folks about GTT Fiber. You know, they still have an offer where you can now switch your landline to a fiber line. And when you do that, what you'll get is you just pay $1,000, I think, a month, right? Extra on your fiber bill. And you will get those free minutes. And based on your plan, you get so many free minutes. So you can get up to 1,500 or more free minutes per month calling landlines and other similar fiber lines or blaze lines as you previously know them. So if you already have the blaze or fiber service, you can make contact with GTT and tell them you want to switch your phone line over to a fiber line. You'll keep the same number, but what it will do is you remove all those rentals. You know, you pay a little rent for this, a little rent for that. You get rid of the landlord, sort of, with this new service. So call GTT, find out about fiber with their website, gtt.co.gy, to find if fiber is available in your area. You can also make contact with them to find out how soon they'll probably be coming to your area. But we encourage you to go to STEM Guyana website too. Just go Google STEM Guyana, look for the download app, and download it. And there's a lot of stuff happening on STEM Guyana, and they've been doing a pretty good job here in Guyana, motivating young people and assisting in various ways when it comes to technology and working along with GTT too. I know GTT has also signed up for Innovate. They're going to be working along with the Ministry, the Prime Minister's Office, and the Department of Telecommunications and Innovations. Diana, you want to come in a little bit and tell us about Innovate, if you can? I see you raising your eyebrow. This is not your department. You go to the top of NMG.
Listen to me. The innovation I know that we bring to the Guyanese people is MMG. I am like MMG saturated, but I know that Jasmine is in the chat, and Jasmine is probably sharing that with you and with our listeners right now. I do know
Yeah.
that we have the Innovate initiative that is
Hackathon.
taking place. Yeah,
Hmm.
we did that. We did that over the weekend, and we are in. To be honest, Gordon, we're involved in so much. Sometimes I'm confused, but Jasmine knows.
I like the couples.
Jasmine knows.
Yeah,
But
Jasmine, I think
MMG
the
is
next
the
time we
best
talk,
innovation ever.
yeah, I think Jasmine is going to bring us up to date on that at the next time we talk. But I keep reminding folks, MMG is, it'll save you time, it'll save you stress, and one of the good things too, I know there's some people that believe in going to a store. They just want that interaction. I want to encourage those persons too, that what you can do, if you run to the GTT store to pay your landline bill or whatever, you can also ask them to pay all your other bills, and they provide that service too. So at any of the GTT stores, you can go down there and ask them to pay your light bill. You can pay your light bill, your water bill. You can pay courts, and save your time with running around the place. But it was great talking with you all this morning. I want to remind folks go to STEM Guyana for more details on that app. It's absolutely free. Of course, download MMG and get your feet ready for that big shopping spree in the month of April. Bounty Supermarket, they're making things exciting for the holidays, that long Easter weekend. So you're being encouraged to, top up your phone or top up your MMG, pay a bill with MMG, and right away you'll be entered into that competition, and you could be one of the 3 winners, given some time to get some shopping done at Bounty. So thanks a lot, Karen. Thanks a lot, Diana. Thanks a lot, D'Angeli. Hope I got the pronunciation right?
Yes, great. Finally.
Was practicing, I said D'Angeli. If you hear tones. But thanks a lot for talking with us this morning, ladies. And I hope you
Okay.
have a safe and enjoyable week ahead and into
Lovely.
the weekend. Stay good.
Same to you.
Bye bye.
Gordon. Bye.
And thanks to everyone who tuned in, the viewers. The conversation continues in the chat. So if you have concerns or you want to raise some issues, we've got our good friend Jasmine Harris across there responding to those requests and so. So thanks a lot and have a safe day today, everybody. Stay good. Take care.